So here's a video review of Voodoo's Courage Potion, their Diaclone repaint of their upcoming Ironhide and Ratchet. Obviously, he is the Venet here. It's a little, it actually feels heavier than I would expect based on the plastic involved, but he is a little lighter than others. He's got plastic wheels here. I don't know why I just point out the wheels, but they are plastic and not rubber, unlike Mirage. He came in this little window box like this. I don't know how the rest of them are going to be packaged. I do kind of dig the... I like the box. It's a cute little box. But we're not reviewing the box, we're reviewing the toy. So it comes with the figure itself, 2 guns, 1 for each of you. It comes with the bio card, which is a kind of plasticky cardstock here. Actually, it is cardboard, but it feels a little plasticky, but it is cardboard with the bio and the stats on the back. The instruction sheet, which is get a magnifying glass. It looks like they used Ratchet on the instructions, but the steps are all the same. But yeah, very tiny pictures. And one of the things that you need to remember to follow is that all the green ones are like, do this, and then stop at the red. Or in some cases, where there's 2 things in the same picture, it shows you like the 2 separate parts that are moving. So there's all the instructions. He also came with, you notice he's got all these little tiny holes where like the plastic was molded so the hinges could come through all over him. They did give you a kit of like all these little pieces to fill in those holes, and it does come with a again, a tiny little instruction sheet. I thought it looks like a Cracker Jack prize of where to stick all the little tubes. Now I don't know if these are numbered on the sprue. It doesn't seem to be numbered. It looks like they may all be the same size with the exception of these 2 up here, but we'll find out. I have not felt the need yet to sit... Oh, here's some of the bigger pieces that probably go in these holes right here. I haven't felt the need yet to mess with that many tiny... You can see they're not very big plugs. These tiny little pieces of plastic, I mean, it's just that little plug right there. It's not this whole piece. So maybe we'll get around to that. I'm going to leave the instruction booklet out here just in case I feel like giving myself an eye strain headache trying to figure them out. This was also something that was presented to me to review at TFCon, so take that into account. So to start off, you just come back here and pop these side panels out to the side here, and then the wheels flip up. You can see there's a little peg hole here for those to flip up in. The rear pieces come out on these armatures right here like this. And then you rotate this end piece around here like this. You can kind of see where the ankle tilt's going to be, and then fold this piece down and around to form the heel. And then rotate this entire thing at this connection point all the way around. Not so nice little clicky ratchets, which is nothing to sneeze at. Now you can give him feet and make him stand up like a little walking tank or walking van if you want to do so. Looks like a GoBot. Anyway. So yeah, now let's see. These panels come up right here. You want to flip these little pieces here right here up. If I can get my thumb underneath them. Oh, here we go. Let's grab it down here and flip it up. No. There we go. Flip those up like that. And then these panels are going to come up pull these panels down like this onto the leg. all the way down. See on these hinges come down, and they're going to sit on the side of the legs. And then these pieces right here, I'm going to have to get these out here. Okay, we're going to pull these out right here. And the windows here slide on this hinge and then fold up into here. Actually, I think they fold out like that, not all the way down, but so slide that down and fold it around like that. I'm trying to remember how these leg panels all go, because these are going to flip down here. I'm going to leave that to the side. That's actually going to end up being a wheel cover to fill in this spot where the wheel was on the legs. Like this. And this piece, oh, there we go. These pieces rotate. Bring the whole leg down. These pieces rotate in and down like this. And they're going to form the, like that, and then up like that. They're going to form the inner leg here, and this piece folds. Does it stay like this? And this piece folds down. Yeah, here we go. And this piece folds down. There's a little tab here, and then this piece folds and forms the back of the leg. So I like how the legs all collapse from the panels of the thing, but getting everything arranged in the right order, and these little twisty things is a little bit of a pain in the butt. So yeah, collapse those down. It should tab in right up under here. If you can get that plugged in right, and then collapse this around to form the legs. And you can see there, and that's the thing, you can see like there's the van, and there's how much of the legs we just made out of those back pieces. The compactness of the van versus the size of the robot is actually pretty impressive. So bring that down. You can rotate this piece up here like this. And then the arms, so these should lock on. Here we go. You see they tab in to the front part of the leg here. The arms come down like that, and then the bumper pieces come up here, if I can get them. This whole assembly, there we go. Lift this whole assembly's up. Come on. There we go. You gotta get them up past these little abdomen pieces here. And that's going to sit, see, that's going to form the chest, and that's going to plug in like that on the abdomen. That's just some little detail work right there. These come up, and the wheels, we'll worry about the wheels in a minute. Whole thing, split the arms here, and bring them out and about underneath these panels here, just like that. And this whole thing's going to come down onto the back. His head's sitting right in here. This piece opens for some reason. I think that's to give it some room and transformation, but you see I just flipped it up all in one piece. So that comes up here like this. This whole assembly rotates on this peg right here, and we fold in the things. The wheels come out. They actually rotate out, so they're kind of sitting outside the van part like that. Like here's a wheel flat with the van, and they're on one side, and a wheel transformed correctly for robot mode out here. Very good snaps here. Come on, needs to be one more click. There we go. And these are going to fold up and around. This piece comes up, and if you fold this around right, the wheels are going to kind of sit in the middle there. Although I think I did something wrong here. Oh, these, right, these fold up, but they fold up on the outside like this. And these are going to fold up and sit kind of inside the body here. And this comes up, this panel folds down like that. And this whole assembly comes up and sits. And it should peg in, these should come through and peg in such a way that this sits up flat against his back. It's a lot of finagling. Oh, did I forget these? No, these panels are supposed to sit, fold in like this, and then this folds up and in. Oh, there we go, like that. Just not sure why I'm having trouble with these wheels. You fit earlier. What? Am I missing something? Eh. There we go. That all folds up and collapses up in there, so that piece comes up right behind his neck. I'll bring this up a little bit so we can get to the upper body of the robot here. And then the fists. This side is a little loose on mine. This is supposed to sit up, slide back and sit up flat against that, but it doesn't want to. The fists flip out like that. And again, so you can, well, actually, no, that side's loose too. Oh well. Last couple times I've done this. One side was tight and stayed up. Oh, this one stays up, and this one's a little loose. Maybe it's just flipping the fist out, but gives it a place to lock. It should lock a little better than that, I feel. But anyway, there he is in robot mode. Now he does have a little bit of that syndrome of too many or not enough ratchets in the legs. Let me see if I can brighten this up a little bit here, because there's straight up and down ratchet, and the next ratchet out is like that, which is not horrible, but it's a little, if I could get like a slightly less wide stance on that, that would be nice. But it's like I said, it's a decent looking Ironhide. There's a lot of panels on it. Some of the transformation is actually really ingenious. Like I love, like when you saw the first time I transformed it and saw how the legs took up so much. We're like so big in relation to the rest of the van, and yet we're only made from that back little bit. I was really impressed. There's some really neat stuff going on here. The plastic is decent. It's not it's not like MMC Ferrorex plastic or some or Fans Project plastic. It reminds me more of Unique Toys' second Predacon. Like it doesn't feel quite like Unique Toys Dive Bomb, but it does feel a little thin in some parts. A lot of the panels are translucent plastic painted, like the feet here. And one of the things that's nice about the black version of this mold is that it does kind of hide these windows in the feet. They're not as obvious as they are on Ratchet and Ironhide. But yeah, it's a Diaclone Ironhide color scheme here. He's got posable thumb. His fingers, much like the Studio Ox Mirage, he's got a posable index finger here and here, thumb on a ball joint, and then the other three fingers are individual, or are all fused together. And then he can hold his guns. There's a little tab here. I'll plug this into his hand. No, come here. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And you can hold it. And same with the other one. I can get his fingers out. Come on, fingers. Plug that in, pull the hand down, and there he is, all armed up. Like I said, I may take the time to put these in. I don't know. Posability wise, he's got his head swivels on a, I think it's not on a ball. Well, it is on a ball joint, but the thing is, the little panel that his head is actually attached to tends to move before the ball joint does. The ball joint's actually really tight there on his head. He's got kind of a blank expression, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of. It looked like they had Ratchet and Ironhide on display at TFCon, and it looked like they may have had different heads with a little bit more expressive faces, but we'll see. He's got a swivel here at the shoulder. He can kind of move it this way due to a transformation, but the backpack's really kind of in the way. But he's got up and down hinge, rotational hinge. He's got a bicep swivel, hinge here, hinge here. The wrists are on a swivel. We've already covered the fingers. He does have a waist swivel here. He's got the side to side and front and back clicking ratchets on his hips, as well as a thigh swivel. You can hear those nice clickety ratchets in the knees. He does have ankle tilt, and he's got a little bit of range of motion back and forth here, but a lot of it is blocked by the leg panels themselves. Come on, no. This should be pegged up here like it is on this side, but yeah. This was, I think, 125 at the convention, and I think the individual ones are going for 119. And like I said, it's a decent looking transfer. It's decent looking. I don't know that I would spend over $100 on this. I don't think it's worth over $100, and certainly not the 125 for this guy at the convention. There's some really neat engineering in there. I love the way that they've sculpted a piece to fill in that wheel well on the leg, so it's not hiding there. All the wheels are pretty much hidden. It's a nice looking, fairly streamlined. There's a little bit of junk here on the backpack, but nothing major. It's not like it's a huge backpack that sticks out or anything. And it's a decent representation of Ironhide, or that mold, if you want one for your shelf. I just don't know that I just don't think that it's 109 or actually let me look that up. I can look that up real quick. $119 for Ratchet on TF Source. $120 for this? I don't think so. If this were 60, 65, okay, I'd be okay with it for that. Like I said, it just doesn't feel as sturdy and strong as a lot of what we've come to expect from the high-end third parties these days. And also, like, here's Sphinx again in comparison to him, just to give you an idea of how he scales with those two. Granted, I know there's not an actual masterpiece in this thing. I'll try to get that size comparison in at some point with one of these guys. But when you're talking 119 for this versus 89 for this wins every time. It's cheaper. It's better built. It has a lot of die cast in it. This one feels like a good solid figure, which yes is a little bit more than your average masterpiece figure, but I feel like for being a third party, the build quality is really there. It's a nice transformation. It's fairly simple. There's some really nice, elegant choices, and it's a good solid figure overall. Here, like I said, it's not a bad figure. It's not a $120 figure. So yeah.